Alright loves, we're going to do a Valentine's Day burst. I can get 2 bursts out of one without having to do so much sand back. That's why I'm going to do these next 2 pretty close together. We're going to start with Angelus red leather dye, and then we're going to use rose and light rose and do a Valentine's Day red pink burst. So this is my guitar body I've done a series of videos on. I've got it cleaned up in that last video. And let's see how it pops out here. So we'll start with the red, we'll put it on really thick. Got a little bit of color still left in the body, so it's going to highlight some of this stuff. So that's 2 coats of red. Always put 2 coats on, you get even coloring. Some of the brown from before is highlighting some of the grain, which gives it a little bit more pop. We're going to let this dry, come back, sand some of it off, and then hit it with rose and light rose, and we'll get that red and pink to pop. Alright, we sanded off with 320, got it all clean. Wanted to really focus on the center here, and we're going to come along rose on the outside. Definitely know these colors will not be for everybody. So that's rose. We'll come back with some light rose. A little bit too much dye coming in. What I've learned is you can't go fully dark and then come back with a lighter stain. You can't pull all that stain out. So as I've redone this body a couple of times, you can't get all that darker stain out of the pores. I've done 4 bodies and some of that stain isn't going to go on really well. Best bet is to start light, figure out what you want to do, and then if you want to go add darker, you can add darker. So we're going to come back with a little bit of red on the side. Darken this up a little bit more. See if I can get that light rose in the center a little bit more. It's actually a pretty good pop. Brighter than I would have expected. Feather this red on once more. We'll let this dry, we'll come back, hit it with steel wool, and that'll get the colors to pop a little bit more. Really surprised at how cool the rose looks through here. Alright, so this is cleaned off with steel wool. This is Angelus red, rose, and light rose. And this actually turned out better than I would have thought. It's definitely not for everybody, but going from the reds to the pinks and having a little bit of the white hue of the maple really show turned out pretty cool. If I had done this as one of my first colors, I think this would have looked a lot better. Some of the stain from the earlier bursts is really soaked in. I think without that in here, it would look pretty cool. If I had come back with a little bit of black, I think I would have been really able to accentuate this a little bit better. But what I'm going to do next is a black cherry burst, so I can just add black onto this. And I can see what I can do with these reds and see how that'll pop. This is your Valentine's Day burst, a little red and pink. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next vid. Red, pink burst.